question's for Tim Leiweke. You said yourself, you don't see yourself as a hockey guy per se. Which people did you lean on in making this decision and identifying Brendan as the candidate? And also, even though you thought about this job last summer, did the onus of going after Brendan take on more urgency with the late season collapse, or would that have been the plan either way?
I always tend to rely on the same people. In my experience in hockey, I have a lot of respect for guys like Lou Lamoriello. I may or may not have talked to Lou about Shanny. Luc Robitaille is still somebody that I consider a friend and go to for advice, and there were others. I think having Larry on our board and his experience helped. He knew what was going on, and so we talked a lot about the different options. So we had a lot of good people that we reached out to. Ironically, once we made the announcement on Friday, I called both Ken and Lou, and I was happy to hear both of them talk about the kind of human being and the kind of character we just brought in, and how both of them think he's going to knock it out of the box and how great he's going to be at his job. So I respect those two, and I really like hearing what I heard on Friday. That was even more important to me. As to the timing and trying to pull this off, it didn't have anything to do. I'm not happy about the way we ended the year. I don't think any of us are. Again, we talked to the team today. I'm not sure I gave them a let's win one for the Gipper speech today. And so they understand we're better than where we find ourselves today. They're better. And I expect these guys now to begin to work hard at trying to do what we have to do to make sure this doesn't happen again. But it wasn't that drove us towards adding this piece. We knew we were going to do this a year ago. We had to wait for the right person. And the uniqueness and the timing here had a lot more to do with, if we didn't get it done now, we were going to have to wait until after the Stanley Cup playoffs. And for Dave, I think that was not fair. I want the two of them to work now towards the tough decisions that had to be made that are critical to this organization going forward. And it was important, and again, Dave agreed. Getting Brendan involved now on a review of the team, a review of the management, a review of the coaches, a review of players and who we keep and who we don't keep, and where we go from here, who we recruit, who they go after as free agents. I kind of like our odds with these two guys now. And so selfishly, we wanted to make the move more because of his timing than our results.
Questions for Tim? Greg Brady from Sportsnet 590. 11 months ago, with deference to Dave's hockey acumen, Brendan's hockey acumen, 11 months ago, you made Brian Colangelo the president of the Raptors. You brought in Masai Ujiri very successfully as general manager. That lasted 5 weeks. This is a real softball for you. Why will this be different than Brian's relationship with Masai?
Last time I checked, I didn't have to fire Brendan. So I think that's that situation. We were trying to pay respect for Brian and find a role for him in the organization. It didn't work out, and I think that was in his best interest and ours. And I thank him to this day for the core he gave us. But it was Masai's team. It was absolutely his direction. It was his culture. This is Brendan's team. It's his culture. And at the end of the day, he makes all the decisions, and we're going to support that 100%. I'd go back and say, I think the more relevant comparison there is he's Masai. And like we've done with the Raptors, and I believe the success that we've had because of that cultural change and bringing in new fresh eyes and new fresh management, I think we're going to have a lot of that with Brendan looking at things differently from the outside and trying to help Dave as to where we go. The only thing I find comparable there is the fact that, like Masai has done with a cultural change with the Raptors, we now try to do the same with the Leafs, and we need it.